Peace, peace, peace. Okay, here we go. See, once again, I'm doing something. I'm thinking I'm doing it. I'm not doing it. All right, so let's start this all over. It goes, peace, peace, peace. This is your boy Juice One with another episode of Smoke and Jokes, where we discuss today's topics while indulging in the greatest of verbal essences. And today's show, well, is brought to you by no other than Gorilla Zickles. See, if you ever in a pickle, get some of that Gorilla Zickles. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I was, I was setting up another um like backdrop. Actually, I'm setting up a whole new what's the name for a whole new segment that I'm working on. Cause I'm trying to get everything in segments. That way, I can um I can just have like a real complete show. But I want different sceneries and stuff. So when I go to different topics, it can jump. So that's what I'm putting together right now. What am I saying here is yes. So America, let's get into it. There's one less murder hornet's nest in the world. Now that workers in Washington State Department of Agriculture, that's WSDA, have used a vacuum to cutting tools to suction out the infamous species. I don't know, I might have said that wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to go back to it because I'm not even going to waste your time in my fucking time. Let's not do it. All right? Um, and dispose of their home this week. All right. But they did this. You get some foreigners. They come into your land, right? And this is how you treat them. This is how you treat the foreigners, man. This is how you treat them. This is what you do, right? You uproot them and kick them out their homes. Welcome to America. That's how you fucking do it, huh? I'm not saying that I want to run across murder hornets, but I'm saying I'm an American. I'm a black man. I think I could handle some fucking hornets. I think. I'm not sure. I want to leave this in your hands. I'm just asking a quick question and I'm giving the people some information. I'm not saying you're wrong, not saying you're right. I'm just saying there's a lot of fucking vegans out there complaining about a lot of fucking shit. And they not complaining about y'all bumping off these motherfucking hornets. It's all I'm saying. I'm not saying much. I'm not saying less. All I'm saying is let me bring this over here. All I'm saying is nobody's complaining about the lives of these hornets. I think that's wrong. That's just my personal opinion. Who am I, right? Let's see what else we got up here on the list. Okay, this well actually let me go into this. Go. This is the first discovery of the Asian giant hornet's Vaspa mandarina nest in Washington State this year. Oh, so it's the first one this year. Okay. This is the W. This is WSDA asked locals to continue to report suspected giant hornets in their nest to the to the agency. Wow, we are glad to have found and eradicated. Oh, so they bumped them off, and they're happy about this. They're happy that they bumped off. Let me see something here. My fault. My fault. Hold on. I was just getting in my way. That was a wire in my way. Hold on. All right. Go. Right. So, so they eradicated it. That's what you're telling me. You bumped off, these hornets. I feel sad for the hornets. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they killers and all, but they came to America. America killing black men. They figured they come into America and, get a couple of rounds off too. Right. Right. Let it fucking rock, right? Let it fucking rock. You know what I'm saying? So, they basically wiped out this nest, you know. Let me go to some other news. I just wanted to give you that, real quick. Right? So here we go. Attorneys For Texas cops indicted on second-degree murder charges slam DA for waging a war on police officers, says client will be exonerated. This is the life we living in. This is the life, right? Now the DA is after the cops. So what was the DA after all the other times? Yeah, well, considering that, the district attorney is actually supposed to be the voice of the people, and at this moment, the voice of the people is saying that the excessive force of police officers and the things that they do is not acceptable. So then to say that the DA is after you is to say that the people is after you, considering that's what was getting them reelected all of these times with all of these campaigns, with war on crime. Now, apparently y'all committing crime and there's a war on y'all as well because, it's a war on crime. So you take that how you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? I just want to like this and then get into the story real quick, because I kind of like fell back to be honest with all of the um killings. You know what I'm saying by police officers. Just pardon me. Um, just due to the fact that it was taking a toll on me to be able to constantly see something and watch people, take it so lightly, but then now it's like it's a trend, so people care because of the trend, and I feel once they find a way to blanket this, to soothe the people again, it'll go back to normal. You know what I'm saying? It's still normal now. It's just that, it's just showing a lot of cops that you better do a better job at the bullshit that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So it goes like this. It goes, indicted police officers Christopher Tyler left and Carl Kreiser, I guess that's his name, right, appear an image released by Austin Police Department. Two Texas police officers have been indicted on murder charges. Travis County court records indicate Christopher Tyler and Carl, whatever, were indicted Thursday. A warrant was returned as executed against the men on Friday. Those records indicate. So basically, meaning that they was just, arrested on Thursday. The charges are connected to the on-duty shooting of scientist Dr. Maurice De Silva, right? Neighbors in a downtown condominium called 911 on July 31st, 2019 to report that De Silva was holding a knife to his neck during what ABC News referred to as a psychotic breakdown, right? And this is in 2019, right? Um, when Tyler and whatever his name and another police officer arrived, they told De Silva to put down the knife. He lowered the knife to his side but advanced towards the officers, ABC News said. Tyler and Kicker fired their guns. The third officers deployed a stun gun. I don't know why you even going any further. It proves what you could have done because one out of three did it, right? So, am I to take that to mean that one out of three police officers is good? Is that my new calculations? That okay? We got three officers here, two of them gun. If 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 your odds of somebody, if a police officer is reaching for their odds, your odds is that one out of three of them is gonna grab the gun. I mean, is gonna grab the stun gun. You know what I'm saying? That's my odds. That's what you're telling me. At least inside Texas, because Texas know a gun. So for them to grab their gun and not the stun gun, that was motherfucking deliberate. You understand what I'm saying? That was motherfucking deliberate. So De Silva died at the hospital. So I just wanted to say that this is from a past case, and I just wanted to give an update. Pardon me. I just wanted to give an update. I'm gonna have to slow down on this weed smoking. That shit's starting to get to me. All right. So I just wanted to give an update on that because they finally, came to the conclusion of arresting them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. I'm happy for that. Right. So let's go to the next story. Right. It goes, White House calls for state local eviction moratoriums after Supreme Court ruling. Right. Which that means is that the White House is asking, you know, the locals, meaning that the federal government is saying that they not gonna do nothing. They see that it's getting worse, and and I'm not just saying as far as the pandemic. I mean as far as conditions. Today they had the hurricane hit Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Power out, millions out. You know what I'm saying? Affected. You know what I'm saying? Even all the way to Mississippi, right? So this is something bigger than just a pandemic. It's a whole bunch of things that's affected by the global warming. So I don't personally feel that the pandemic is fake. Now I do feel that it's a race against time to to keep up with the pandemic since so much is melting and stuff like that. So many things that's been under that ice. You know what I'm saying? Germs that you know shit that our immune systems have evolved around, but it also those things disappeared. So it was a two on two. There was like species of us that barely made it through those type of things. So those things are coming back up. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel, and I feel that the shots and all of that is an attempt to get in front of that. Like I said, I haven't taken the shot, but I would never discourage anybody by telling them, oh, it's a government plot or anything. I just won't take it right now because it's in its experimental stage, and I just don't want to be, experimented on. You know what I'm saying? I know either way I'm taking the risk. You know what I'm saying? But I stay away from people for the most part. You know what I mean? So but I would never say that all of those people there are in this giant plot. You understand? It could be though. Who know? Like I said, there's things that's outside of that I can see, playing a major role in this. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So, the White House calls for urgent help Friday for governors and mayors to help struggling renters, encouraging officials to issue their own state and local eviction moratoriums, right? After the Supreme Court ruling blocked the president's targeting federal freeze, right? So it goes. Our bottom line is this. Top bottom officials said in a co-written letter to officials in state governments. No one should be evicted before they have the chance to apply for rental assistance, and no eviction should move forward until that application has been processed. Six states and the District of Columbia currently have moratoriums on eviction amid the COVID 19 pandemic. So, you understand? It's like there's been a lot of people who's been surviving strictly off the fact of, I'm saying, that, you know, see, they wasn't able to work because of the pandemic. And so, the government was basically telling landlords, they basically had them like, we got you this, that, and the third. The federal government is saying that's up. And, Biden, I guess, was fighting for that. I say I guess because, everything be smoke and mirrors and looking like or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So he's basically saying that he's asking the local governments to continue it, for them to take their finances and aid in the bed in these people at least until they can get um, applications in for them to get some type of aid and assistance, right? Meaning that now that they're gonna need it after that. Right? So next story, it goes, anxious tenants await assistance as evictions resume. Right? Like I said, now this is in North Carolina. I just wanted to show you, how, you know, it is actually affecting people, not just a story, but here go locally, stories coming up. It goes 6 months after Congress approved sending tens of billions of dollars to bail out renters facing eviction. South Carolina was just reaching its first tenants. All nine of them. What the fuck? Like most states, it had plenty of money to distribute, 272 million, but it had handed out just over 36,000 by June. The pace, hold on, pardon me. Like most states, it had plenty of money to distribute, 272 million, but it had handed out just over 36,000 by June. The pace of this since intensified, but South Carolina still has only distributed 15.5 million in rent and utility payments as of August 20th, or about 6% of its funds. They tried to pocket that shit, man. I don't care what nobody said. You know what I'm saying? 6 months of people in desperation, and you know what I'm saying? And pardon self, because most of y'all working at home. Pardon me, got the music playing right now. You know, when you look at um this in a grand scale, 15 out of 272 million. I think they was trying to force people in a situation, if you ask me. That's just what I feel. I feel like they trying to put the squeeze on people, and if they put the squeeze on you and they telling you you gotta get the shots and all of that, it's like a catch 22. You understand what I'm saying? This is them times when what's his name, the Bill William, what's his name, William something, the Behold of the Pale White Horse guy. This is when stuff like what he's saying kind of like starts to kick in. Like I said, I don't subscribe to anything, but it just be at times when it looks like that. That's when you gotta pay homage to the other side. Like I just told you when it came to the other article, I don't necessarily, I don't believe at all that they made up the pandemic. Meaning, I think that there were people in labs, sure, but I think that, through the SARS and all of that, I think by those times they just realized what was happening. Pardon me. Um, I think by those times they just realized what was happening. The American government and a couple other governments was in on it, and doing experiments and stuff in order to find out how to get certain things in place. As far as seeing a problem. So I don't, I think that's all decoy, smoke and mirrors. I think that they know it's just something bigger than all of them, and they all played a part in. You know what I mean? So, so here we go. We got the people. The people are struggling on the red tape. Said Sandy Gillis, executive director of the Hilton Head Deep Well project. I like Hilton Head. I stayed out on Hilton Head for, I want to say, like 2 weeks. We had like a bungalow suite out right on the beach and shit. That shit was hot. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina. That's like right on the borderline of Georgia, um Savannah. You know what I'm saying? Like when you cross over the border, you be in Savannah because what do you call it? Like a blue state or some shit like that, where they don't sell alcohol after like a certain hour, and on Sundays and shit they don't sell alcohol, so you gotta go over, the border and shit like that. It was a while back. It was a while back when I was out there, but Hilton Head is a very, very beautiful place and shit. You know what I mean? But um, yeah, Hilton Head Deep Well project, which stopped referring tenants to the program and started paying overdue rent due through its own private funds instead. The struggle in South Carolina are in embellishment, I don't know, of the program. I'm sorry, I'm starting to, weed fucking with me. I want to say that, but I really just think I don't know what the fuck. Launched at the beginning of the year with some promise to solve the pandemic eviction crisis, only to fall victim in many states to bureaucratic hurdles, political inequities, and unclear guideline and guidance at federal levels. Yeah, because the federal government, man, they gotta pay for that. So, and you see, the federal government wants you to work, but they don't want you to work without the shots. So you figure it out. Yeah, they want you to work, and they're gonna put the squeeze on you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just South Carolina. It's just that South Carolina, um, I guess, like it's produce and all of that, like the things where South Carolina is making its finances off of. I think it's affecting them more with people if they're being resistant to the government's wants and desires. You understand what I'm saying? Like if they want you to do certain things, certain places are gonna feel it first. So you look at places like this and then be prepared for those type of things wherever you at, because you know, like the pandemic or anything else is gonna spread. So you gotta stay visual, you know what I'm saying, and pay attention. And so that's why I go with this. And I go, okay, pardon me, it goes COVID latest New York, COVID's latest. Okay, New York issues statewide school mandate. City continues to push to vaccinate students before class starts. So, get the youth. You understand what I'm saying? Get the youth. Get the youth. Even now, this is my problem. What was the youth doing all summer? Was it they running around, running about, this, that, and the third all summer? Was COVID affecting them then? Is like, what is the rate of students? I mean, age wise, you understand what I'm saying, in the state who's been affected by COVID. You understand what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, then that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I be looking at these young kids when they get around, when they running out and about, they ain't caring about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? They be looking at me crazy because I don't be wearing a mask. I got to wear a mask. I just be, bullshitting and shit. I don't really be fucking. Like I said, I don't be around people like that, like all up on people like that. So I be, you know what I'm saying? I keep one just in case, I get close to a motherfucker. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? You stay over there. I said, fuck over here. Okay. New mask policies and COVID vaccine requirements are taking effect in New York State. State health officials are requiring face masks at all public and private schools. Yeah, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? While U.S. Opens officials reserved course and will require fans to show proof of vaccination before entering the grounds. Mayor Bill de Blasio served up a last minute vaccine mandate to U.S. Open on Friday after criticism mounted over the t- tournament's discussions not to require vaccination, mask, or even a COVID test. If there if there's no screening for vaccinations or even a negative test, this is an extremely high risk event, said Mark Levine, chairman of the New York City Council of Health Committee. Right. Fans 12 and older will now have to show proof of having at least one dose of the vaccine in order to enter the tennis center grounds. It comes after the city informed the USTA that vaccine guidelines must be followed. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, that they're pushing, for these kids. They're using these incidences, like, the US Open and stuff like that, as they're gonna um piggyback that off of why, pardon me, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna piggyback that off of why you should um get vaccinated. You understand what I'm saying? That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna approach you on a you should after a while. It's gonna be a thing of this is why. If they can put the pressure on that, and you see how they left it to where it was just open. So now they're gonna intensify that and go, yeah, this is what y'all gonna have to do. You understand what I'm saying? So my thing is just get ready for it. It's gonna happen. That's just at least what I feel. In it. Who knows? Let me go to this next story right here, which would be okay. It says, man grabs gun from dying 24-year-old son's hands after shootout with off-duty NY police officers and opens fire. This is NYC. A lot of you, you trying to get at my place of birth. That's why I do a lot of stuff, necessarily dealing with New York, because that's what I know. I mean, I've been a lot of places, but I don't know. That's where I figure, like, you know, best is any. So, anyway, for all you 6 9ers who try to use 6 9 as an attack on, the people of where I reside, this is what I'ma say. Motherfuckers give it up. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers give it up. Everybody ain't playing, and especially in today's time, dudes have taken off. You know what I'm saying? That's just why, I say, the mothers need to recognize that, you know, a father ain't gonna stand there and want to hear no anything. You know what I'm saying about waiting and seeing anything. You just gonna want to handle, even if he gonna take the gun his son was shooting out with, grab it and blaze out with the police himself. You know what I'm saying? Let's go into the story. It goes, New York. Let me put this weed down. You know what I'm saying? It goes, New York. As a man's lay dying on a Bronx street from a shootout with police, his father snatches the gun from the son's hand and used it to continue the gun battle with officers, authorities said. Right? Let's get into this. It goes, two off-duty police officers spotted a 24-year-old son shooting at a man on Valentine Ave near 183rd Street in the West Bronx just after 4 a.m., police said. I thought the West Bronx, Valentine Ave ain't the West Bronx, man. What the fuck is he talking about? Valentine Ave is the East Bronx. Um, the West Bronx don't start until you cross Jerome Ave. Anyway, in the West Bronx, so it's the East Bronx. Anyway, it goes, they fought. They doing construction right next door. I didn't realize it. And like I said, I've been wanting to do some shows, so it goes, a father and son had been in an argument with a group of people on the corner when it turned physical, and the son pulled out a gun. Cops said it was more than 10 shots. I heard, said a resident who didn't want to be named, of course. When I came to the window, they was still banging. Pop, 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 pop. It stopped then. Pop, pop, pop. The officers who were in plain clothes after finishing their workday identified themselves and told the shooter to drop his weapon, but the gunman instead pointed it at them and began unloading, officials said. Nobody was struck. The police officers returned fire and fatally struck the gunman once in the chest, cops said. Uniformed officers from the 46th Precinct Station House, a block away, swarmed the area after they heard shots. Right? Immediately after the shooting, the officers began rendering aid to the 24-year-old male. NYPD Chief of Patrol Juanita Holmes said at a press conference. In a wild turn of events, the gunman's 45-year-old father picked up the firearm from his dying son's hands and began firing at cops, but nobody was struck, police said. Police returned fire, but the dad was not hit. Blessings. You know, surveillance video shows the father walking around the block, weaving between cars, then returning to the scenes in hopes cops didn't recognize him, sources said. The father passed the gun to a nearby woman and tried to get away, but cops quickly arrested him. The dad has around 60 prior arrests on his record, ranging from charges of drug possession, assault, weapons possession. See, that's the one that they gonna try to really rock him with. You know what I'm saying? A source said. His son has been arrested a handful of times for minor offenses such as aggravated driving without a license, according to sources. Good guy, man. I guess he just, I don't know what it happened. Tempers is flying right now, man. Tempers is flying right now, and I think that um, almost anybody, can get caught up in that. You know what I'm saying? You hearing all of the news and random events, and I mean, so almost anybody is gonna want to protect them when everybody is masked up or whatever. So I can't knock them for having a firearm. Clearly, for my opinion, this looks like the father might have just thought that what I'm saying, something occurred, and he just knew that his son had got killed. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that was it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a sad chain of events. Sorry to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that anybody, you know what I'm saying, should be, how you say, caught up in these situations, especially at this time. You got COVID. What I'm saying? Ain't nothing safe. You already fighting for your life from the unknown. You shouldn't have to be, you know, fighting for your life with the things that you know what I'm saying, when this ain't even the hard yet. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, this ain't the heart of it yet. This ain't even the tip of the iceberg. Y'all missing all of the chickens and all of that has been bumped off. The strong push for being vegan, and you understand what I'm saying, making some people godlike figures in the vegan world just to indoctrinate more people into this thing, because they just know what it is. They just want those with major wealth to be able to indulge in those things. You know what I'm saying? So they training you to not even, want that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention. And, like I said, I'm just sorry to hear that, you know, um, you know, a son is dead, a father, is in jail, in my opinion, for defending his son. You know, I don't know what originally ensued. You understand what I'm saying? Clearly, something ensued where they were all around. A weapon was already in the vicinity. You understand what I'm saying? Who knows when they? Pardon me. You know what I'm saying? But um, who knows what the son thought? You know what I'm saying? Even though they say they identified them, who knows? You understand what I'm saying? The guy in the window, I guess, because he heard the pop, pop, pop came there, then heard the other pot, which we's assuming is, the police officers, right? So, um, that's all I could really say about that is like, you know, it's just a loss. You know what I'm saying? Damn, you know, father, he's only 45. You know what I'm saying? And so now if he go to jail for any amount of time, attempt murder on a police, these cops, they ain't gonna, the state ain't gonna recognize it as, you know, you, what I'm saying, not registering. You understand what I'm saying? That shit ain't, a lot of people, that shit don't register. You killed my son. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, that's it. Like, you I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? What you expected. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a sad day. You know, slide, play me a little chess real quick. Y'all welcome to watch me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, don't forget. You know, the boy on YouTube. See me right here. See me right there. Hold on, hold on. Let me move out the way. You see me right there, right? Hold on. What's that? Yeah, I see. I see. I see. I see. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, oh, don't forget that bell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we see you down there. See you down there, right? Okay, we see you down there. Huh? Mhm. So, you know, oh yeah, don't forget, check out the Street Skelzy. Check out my Street Skelzy novel. You know what I'm saying? Written by the one and only. You know what I'm saying? Juice One, aka M.A. Wade. You know what I'm saying? It's up on Amazon. Street Skelzy Knock Him Out the Box. It's a story about a father who was murdered and his two sons who was on opposite sides of the law, one being a New York City detective and the other being, you know, like basically a strong man, you know, team up to find, you know, his cops killers before the actual, you know, police officers succeed in doing it and they can, you know, enact, well, he can enact his revenge, which is Skelzy. Alright, peace. So, you know, I said that I'm gonna play a little chess. Like I said, y'all welcome to you know, sit with me. Because after this I gotta set up my bow my what you call it? My see how you got my backdrop now? I'm actually gonna kinda like change that up a lot. So well what this is gonna be, I'm gonna use this one for more I'm move this site. This um, backdrop more for when I'm doing interviews. So I'm gonna like open up a set where it's like a screen where I could do it. I'll have the interview person in there and all of that. So I'm making a whole different screen for. Well, I'll probably keep this one and then do the other one because I'm doing this thing called you know, MC and training. I'm training young artists how to develop their their skills and not um, the industry's chase. Meaning that become an artist and make the industry seek you because you just hot. Don't seek the industry because you can emulate what the industry is telling you. You understand what I'm saying? Or what you believe the industry is telling you because that's what they promoting as hot right now until you the next hot thing. You understand what I'm saying? Once you the next hot thing, trust and believe, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody gonna do that to you. But I'm only talking to the artists. You understand what I'm saying? Who know that they got a craft. They just trying to find it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show them that, you know, the art form and the artists within the art form are separate because the art form is up for sale. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you do, right? Don't you sell your craft? So your craft is up for sale. That's the art form. It's up for sale. You can't knock that because you know what I'm saying. What's his name? Van Gogh, one of the motherfuckers cut off their hair and all that. You understand what I'm saying? Motherfuckers do crazy shit. You know, just for that. So, um, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, that the artist is for sale. That's what he should not be. The artist should not be for sale. He makes his own sacrifices for his art form. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, he's selling it now once it's going to the public and it's sold. You know what I'm saying? Its appreciation, you know, should garnish a person, you know, wealth. That's just how that goes. So, you know, I'm doing, like I said, I'm gonna start doing a thing where, you know, I go through, I got a couple of producers, up and coming producers, you know, they do like, all you do is type in such and such type beats. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see the producers, and you could go through them and find who you like, and you could even go to the I got an app where you could like where you could buy them and stuff like that. But on that app, it's just so many artists, and so you could just really pick, your BPMs and all of that and everything that you want. A rhythm and a flow that's for you. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna go through all of this, break all of that down for an artist, for them to understand, you know, the comfortability of themselves. Not necessarily even if you where you at, you could change the whole thing there. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the South and the way people are rhyming, you could you could change that, be a whole new face for it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to see people, develop and bring it back to scatteredness is what I mean. Like when I think of the 80s and 90s, I think of scattered um artists. It was like the renaissance of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was like it was like the renaissance of the music industry, and which was hip hop. Hip hop was that renaissance because everybody put their part in. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? And so then, just like the Harlem Renaissance or whatever, it just got swallowed up, and through recognition through all of these other different places where these people were originating from. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you had a voice that you wanted to speak, but you was from um, Portland, Oregon. Right? People might have not known of a Portland, Oregon if you didn't go and voice it through the Harlem Renaissance. You know what I'm saying? The musicians or the whatever. They get, wow, they got somebody. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? So it was the same thing with hip hop. Everybody was coming in and contributing. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a renaissance. It was a renaissance through music. It was a renaissance of experience where everybody didn't have to relocate. All you necessarily had to do back then was acknowledge the founders. You didn't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, have to go there to record or anything. You could be right in your hometown doing it your way, but once it came to a certain level, it was like just right to associate yourself with somebody up north. You understand what I'm saying? And vice versa. If you was trying to get South appeal, there was certain people you just had to really deal with if you wanted to break through. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a foundation, and they was already contributing to hip hop within their community. Because it's just an art form. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, the art form is meant to be sold. You know what I'm saying? The artist is not meant to be sold. So he can always create. If he's an artist, he's always creating. He's not stuck in one painting. You understand what I'm saying? There's many paintings, many styles of brushstrokes and whatnot, and so that's what I'm just trying to bring. Anyway, I'm gonna slide out. I'm gonna play some chess. Hope you join me real quick. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. Put this up here. As you can see, you can come check me out on I just lost. I've been smoking, so I'm down into the 1800s, low 1800s. Check me out on Lee Chess, LICHESS chess.com under the name Pawn Stars. That's PAWN/STARZ. Stars. Right. Like when the pawns grow up, you know, usually I'm gonna make them a queen or something like that or whatever. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, let's go. Okay, I'm on defense. Alright. Yeah, come here. I'm a challenge. Oh, he knew. Alright. He knew. Hold on. Still want him out of there. want him out of there. Still want him out of there. Hold on. Ah, he one of those type dudes giving me a hard time. Alright. He one of those type dudes that's giving me a hard time. Alright. Hold on. Hold on. Alright. So then let's castle over here. Alright. Hold on. Come here. Alright. So we're not even gonna give him a problem. We'll come here and take this. Alright. Push this up like this. Alright. Then I'll push this like this. I'll push you back like this. Alright. Come here like this. Alright. Then we're gonna come here like this. So we don't gotta worry about you no more. Come here like this. So come here like this. Cause none of that really matters. It's bothering that shit. Go here. Come here. So then we can come here. So then come here and here. Hold on. Oh shit. Come here. And that's game. You got me. You got me. Told you I've been smoking, man. I've been smoking. Let me get a new opponent real quick. You know what I'm saying? I've been smoking. Hold on. Starting off his white. Hold on. Go here. 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 Yeah. Yeah. this pressure. See this pressure. See this pressure. Hold on. What do you think you're doing, buddy? What do you think you're doing? Huh? What do you think you're doing? Hey, I ain't paying no attention to you. I ain't paying no attention to you. What's this? Huh? Come here. Come here. Fuck going on?